by Contepome. And Argentina will think now about restructuring their platform of attack from around the halfway line.
Thank you.
Ball plucked out of the air by Carita. Figueroa uses his back row forwards once again. Gennaro Fessia hits it half forward, and the Argentinians under pressure in the loose there, but they've managed to come up with the ball and drive over it. Good work from Alan Jacobson. Campos now tries to get forward momentum going back with the Pumas. Figueroa. Oh, a very naive piece of play by Jim Hamilton. Going straight over the top, not staying on his feet, just charging with the shoulder. And a foolish penalty concession. And here, at altitude, you can bet your bottom dollar that Felipe Contepome will go for goal. And Santiago Filan looks on as Argentina have this opportunity to close the gap to just 1 point for the second time.
No, just un pied derrière, c'est ça. Juste là.
Well, the weather conditions have not made for a vintage game of rugby, but it's certainly been absorbing so far, and we still have
I can hear you,
another 25 minutes left to play. 2 from 2 so far for the Pumas skipper. Had a great end to the season for Toulon. Winning his 66th cap today. He's already taken his tally up to 483 points. He's not going to take it to 486 though, as that one's pushed just wide, and an interesting little altercation going on between Rodrigo Ronquero and Christophe Berdo. Ronquero still hadn't had a chance to chat to the referee about why he was penalised in the first half and sin-binned. However, Christophe Berdo just letting him know that he'd received adequate warning and as a consequence had to go in the bin. Restart from Dan Parks is deep. Picked up by Martin Rodriguez. Cheeky little chip forward by the fullback. Beautifully played. Great support coming from Fessia on his outside. Now released back to Figueroa. The Pumas have a great opportunity out wide if they shift it quickly. Little slip through towards the winger Ambrosino, and in the end they have to settle for a line out just inside the Scottish 22. Well, Gennaro Fessia is coming to the fore in this half. And Scott McLeod is going to make way. The time has gone off. The ball carried forward by Fessia again. Great take by TAC on this occasion, and that ball almost slipped through towards Ambrosino. Max Evans tidying up. So John Barkley back on after that blood injury. Mario Ledesma looking to hit his man in the lineup, does so. Fernandez lob, Figueroa, now Contepome. He straightens with a line of running, brought down with a big hit, but the Argentines still have the ball. Campos straightens, cuts back inside. Still going forward, the Pumas. Rodrigo Ronquero wants to make amends for his time in the bin. Campos, come on for Leguizamon. Has played a huge part as a battering ram. Now Fernandez lob with the handoff on Parks and supported by Ledesma. Figueroa now to Ronquero. He bashes his way through Ali Kellock, and the Pumas continue to make ground. Figueroa back inside, this time Santiago Fernandez goes. It was a high tackle, but the referee rules that it was fair. The crowd don't like it, but the Pumas must play on. Albacete tries to set the ball once again. They need the ball protected at the back foot, and Fernandez lob comes in as the scrum half. Figueroa gets involved in that particular ruck. Set again, this time for Carita. Little bit of momentum lost at the moment for the Argentines, but they possess these big forwards running at pace who can easily get that momentum back onto the front foot. Excellent opportunity here for Argentina. The Scottish defence being tested for the first time. They keep it tight. Picked up once more, Scottish defence flying out and managing to drive Argentina back for a few seconds, but Ronquero carries it forward. And again with Campos now, just a couple of yards short. The Argentine pack continue to pour forward, and the Scottish defence is being stretched to the maximum. Just 2 yards separate the Argentinians from the Scottish try line. They move forward again through the big lock Carita. Figueroa looks at his options, just a yard short now. The ball still staying with the forwards, and Argentina search for that first try of the game. Pulled out Albacete, and now they try and drive forward with the ball in hand. The Scottish defence holds firm once again. Ronquero drives. It's brought down. It'll be a penalty. An offside given there against Rochefort. Ledesma feels it should be a penalty try. Instead it is a penalty now. With just a quarter of the match remaining, I'm sure that Felipe Contepomi will just go for the 3 points, which is indeed what the skipper elects to do. Suffering from a slight dead leg at the moment, could lead to an issue for the standoff, taking this kick in fact.
Come out, please.
So with the time switched off.
One step.
Courageous defence from the Scots. Christophe Berdo just reiterating the rule to Rochefort there, and the reason that he's been penalised.
I will check. Yeah, difficult to see, but I will check.
Ali Kellogg just remonstrating with Christophe Berdo about the fact that the Scots need to be able to drive into the ruck and the maul, and joining from behind the feet is legal, but I have a feeling that Felipe Contepomi is in serious bother here, and as a consequence will not be taking the kick. It will be Martin Rodriguez instead. 34 points to his name in Argentine colours, the fullback, and a chance to add to that tally here as his skipper struggles with a dead leg. And it's not the hardest of chances, but any chance is tricky when you come into the fray. The crowd trying to stay warm, trying to stay upbeat out there at the moment. Huge passion for rugby in this part of Argentina. As I was saying, just a fifth cap being won here by Martin Rodriguez. And then through the driving rain, he can bring the home side back to within one. He chips it through. And the umbrellas, the flags, the cheers go up in the ground as the home side move to within just a point of their visitors. Scotland leading by 10 points to 9. We have 20 minutes remaining. Argentina are very much on the front foot at the moment. Scotland needs some territory. They could do with Dan Parks picking out a few choice kicks down to the corner, but Scotland playing into the driving rain in this second half. Now have one of the biggest 20 minutes of international rugby that this squad of players have ever faced.
Okay, sorry, wait. Sorry, let's go.
Dickinson comes on for Jacobson. The restart is deep onto the edge of the Argentinian 22. Figueroa. The ball is set, carried forward now by Ronquero, who really has gone at the Scottish defence like a pit bull ever since coming back on after his sin binning. A deep kick from Contepomi, looking for position. Scotland will look to counter. And not a very certain piece of play from Hugo Southwell. Sliced kick, and it gives Argentina the opportunity to find some position. Dan Parks collects, and the standoff drives the ball as far as he can into touch. So a line out to Scotland just inside the Argentine half. Felipe Contepomi still running off that
injury,
as we see.
Okay, thank you.
fans moving stands in order to just get out of the rain. A very open stadium here in Mar del Plata, but nowhere to hide for the players, and nowhere to hide at the moment for Felipe Contepome, and he is going to have to come off, and it is not a change the Argentinians wanted to make, but it's one that they have been forced to make because their skipper's leg is not recovering. Ball popped out for the forwards. Argentina are still on the front foot despite the fact that they've just lost another player. Crossfield kick from Martin Rodriguez. Hoisted up, and it's a good chase and tackle and fly hack forward, and the Scots in disarray at the back need to tidy this up quickly. Rory Lawson looks to counter-attack and then clips a grubber through, which is then collected by Rodriguez. Two runners behind him, hoists it high and long, and the mark is called.
10. Thank you.
Dan Parks will have a few moments to reflect before the kick. Now ice being taped on there, and Carvalho is the man who's come in for Contepome. And plenty of ice being put straight on to the muscle there.
Number 2. Too wide. Substitution.
There's a substitution to be made, and so Mario Ledesma makes way.
Yeah. Show the line. Big up, please. Got the mark. Come on.
Creevy, the new man at hooker, wearing the number 16 shirt with the line outs. Well claimed by Fernandez Lob, who shrugs off both the challenge of Kelly Brown and Ali Kellogg there. Ball flicked over the top by Figueroa. It's too long though, and that is exactly the sort of kick that the Scots will be pleased to receive. Mark called by Sean Lamont, and he will look ahead. 16 minutes to go. Jim Hamilton and Skelzo having another standoff there. Lamont drives the ball long, not into touch though, and Fernandez Lob back in defence, can feed inside to Santiago Fernandez. He's up and under.
Forward,
not
yes.
Forward this time by Fernandez Lob, who hangs his head.
You fall down first. Gonna in the hair.
So another lucky escape there for the Scots, but as the pressure continues,
sorry. Okay, thanks.
Argentina find themselves
Okay,
having to build once more from just shy of the halfway line. But the way momentum's going at the moment, the Scots are literally just hanging on in there, and it seems only a matter of time before Argentina amass more points.
Time off.
The time goes off once again. Ali Kellogg stretches off. The Scots haven't got many more substitutions that they can use. The Scottish skipper needs to have his blood removed once again. And back onto the pitch comes Scott McLeod. Jim Hamilton.
Okay.
With the team talk in the middle.
Okay, gents. Ready? Just
15 minutes to go for Scotland. 15 minutes for their own piece of history, and there's no doubting that that man will want to be on the pitch if they do make a piece of history. Now, has the substitution been made permanent? Scott McLeod is on in place of Ali Kellogg at the moment. He's been on once for him as a blood substitution. Christophe Verdot prepares to try and straighten the scrummage once more. Rodrigo Roncaro alongside Creevy and Skelzer.
Touch! Touch! Balls engaged. Put in.
Rory Lawson needs to get the ball in quickly. The Scottish pack under further pressure. McLeod will need to get in and support Kelly Brown there. They do manage to do so. Fired out to Dan Parks. Dan Parks with the up and under. Decent position could be claimed there, but Martin Rodriguez fires a kick away. And